Ranks one of the worst states in the country when it comes to domestic violence. In fact, it sits in the top 10 nationwide for the rate of women killed by men. In tonight's Unsafe at Home report, News 13's Julie Calhoun takes a closer look at the state's efforts to curb domestic violence and where there are still gaps in the law.
When it comes to domestic violence, the numbers are staggering. More than 40% of women in South Carolina have experienced physical or sexual violence from an intimate partner. But that number is much higher as many cases go unreported, like Mary Jennerette's.
I've been kidnapped, I've been hit, I've been choked. My kids have been kidnapped also by my abuser. I have feared for my life a couple of times, to the point that I remember asking God, like, give me a way out. And I got a way out, and I went back. And I asked again, give me a way out. And I got a way out, and I went back.
Mary went back out of fear of losing her kids, where they would go, and fear of her abuser finding her. Something the South Carolina Coalition Against Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault, or SCDVASA, says is common.
The question that's always asked women, domestic violence victims, is why did you stay? Why didn't you leave? And the answer to that really is leave and go where? We have a crisis of affordable housing in our state. We have a crisis in access to health care. We have a crisis in access to child care.
But Mary found strength and got out before it was too late.
I feel like if I don't get out this time and stay out, I may not make it next time.
South Carolina ranks 6th in the country for the rate of men killing women.
Whatever the reports say, we have to ground ourselves in the hope that we can move forward as a state.
And there have been efforts to combat domestic violence in the state. In 2015, then Governor Nikki Haley signed the Domestic Violence Reform Act into law to better protect victims and give abusers harsher punishments.
And there were steps taken forward then, but we still have a long way to go.
Last year, 8 people from across our viewing area lost their life to domestic violence. The year prior, the state reported in nearly 80% of cases, a gunshot was the primary cause of death. The presence of a firearm in a domestic violence incident increases the risk of a woman being killed by 500%.
One of the things that I think is missing in our state is accountability around firearms. If you are a domestic violence offender, you have already shown that you're willing to use violence. And I think that also means that you're making a choice that you no longer have Second Amendment rights.
Anyone convicted of domestic violence is prohibited from possessing a gun on a federal level, but state law allows the lowest level offenders to keep theirs. At the state capitol, local representative William Bailey is proposing a piece of legislation he believes will save lives.
It will be life-changing to people who have lived in fear for years.
Representative Bailey, former law enforcement, is proposing a bill that would allow judges to require alleged domestic violence offenders to wear a GPS monitoring system as a bond condition.
Not only will it send a message to the victim, but the defender will also get a text message saying that you've broken the plane and you need to remove yourself from that area immediately or you're in violation of your bond.
The device would alert the victim if the suspect gets within a certain distance of their home, work, or themselves. A judge would decide the exact distance. The technology would also notify local dispatch. And while judges can already utilize house arrest or GPS, Bailey says this one's different.
The extra thing that this technology brings to the table is that automatic notification that you're in danger and go to safety.
According to the Cynthia L. Bischoff Foundation, 23 other states have already passed a similar law, and South Carolina joins 10 others in trying to get one on the books. But survivors and advocates say laws aren't the sole answer to the problem. Society must change too.
We are in the darkness. We're in the shadows. We're dealing with depression, PTSD. We're on medication, and they're good. Their life goes on, and they find the next victim to attack.
Reporting for News 13, I'm Julie Calhoun.
And coming up later tonight at 6 o'clock, Julie reports on efforts to rehabilitate offenders and stop the cycle of domestic abuse. We're posting all of our Unsafe at Home stories for you to check out at WBTW.com.